All right, here's video 2. And we alluded to this when I was over on the board explaining it to you, that anything to the 0 power is 1. So remember your rule, it's dividing, it's subtracting your exponents, and anything divided by itself is 1. Excuse me, guys, because I'm missing something real quick. So you can fill in your notes here that 1 to the 0 power is 1, 2 to the 0 power is 1. Fill those all up top, and my answer will always be 1. And anything raised to the 0 power is defined as 1. So I can put 1 up there too. All right, now, what is the formula rule? So this is your negative exponent rule. It says anything to the negative exponent is 1 over x to the n. So what you're doing is you're flipping your reciprocal on your fraction. So pretend you made this one, x to the negative n over 1. You flip your reciprocal, so it becomes 1 over x, and then my exponent now becomes positive. Okay? So you can pause the video, and I'm going to put up these answers and explain them to you. And then you can check back in and see what we get. So go ahead, pause the video, do some practice problems. Okay, hopefully you've unpaused now. So let's do some practice problems together and take a look. Number 5 is 1 over 5 squared. Well, if I can go ahead and give me the value, give me the value. Whoa. So let's scroll back up. And so really, this is equal to 1 over 25, because 5 squared is 25. If we take a look at number 16, it's 1 over 8 squared, which is 1 over 64. Number 17 is 1 over 9 to the first power, but I'm not going to write 9 to the first power because that's redundant. So I just put 1 over 9, and that's my final answer. Here I have 1 over 4 to the 4th power, which is, I'm cheating, and it's going to be 1 over 256. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. 1 over 10 to the 3rd, which is 1 over 1 and 3 zeros. 1 over 2 to the 7th, and that's equal to 1 over 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and I get 1 over 128. So hopefully those are pretty easy, and you can see that pattern that you're flipping your reciprocal and changing your exponent. So now let's take a look. It doesn't work in person. Why would it work when I'm doing a video? Okay, well, here we go. I'll erase my hand, and hopefully it'll give you a chance to look over more of your notes and do some practice problems while I'm wasting time. Okay, so here we go. So what do I do on problems like this? This still means multiplication. So now I'm just going to do a 2-step problem here. We know that 4 to the negative 3rd is 1 over 4 to the 3rd times 1 over 7. Well, I can do this. I know that 1 over 4 to the 3rd, is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. And so I get 1 over 64 times 1/7. And remember, we know how to multiply fractions. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 64 times 7 is 448. So my answer there to number 21 is 1 over 448. Same thing for number 22. I have 1 over 5 to the 4th times 1 over 3 squared. I know 5 to the 4th is 625. So 1 over 625 times 1 over 9. And then I multiply straight across. 625 times 9 is 5,625. So that's what I would be getting for 22. So these you can kind of take a look at. Number 23, 3 to the 4th is fine. It stays the same. And 3 to the 4th is 81. So I have 81 times 1 over 9 squared. And what is 9 squared? It's 81. So 1 over 81. And remember, I told you guys to make sure you know these immediately, because 81 over 81 is 1, so the answer to number 23 is just 1. Same thing here. You get 1 over 8 to the 3rd times 10 squared, which is 100, times 4 to the 0 power, which is just 1. So I'm not even going to do that because I know that it just cancels out and gives me 1. So 1 over 8 to the 3rd is 512 times 100. So 100 over 512 is going to be 25 over 128. So you can cross-reduce and then multiply straight across, but that should be my final answer. So now 25 through 28 deal with exponents, so let's look at the exponents with variables. So this is 1 over x to the 9th. 26 is 1 over a to the 4th. 27, watch how this happens. Okay, so I act like this is all one problem. So I'm putting all this over 1. That's what I'm doing there. Now I'm going to draw another line because who's going to go downstairs? Who's going to flip? This r to the negative 6 goes down, and he's going to become positive. So r to the 6 goes down and becomes positive. S to the 0 power is 1. I'm going to leave him alone. That's just 1. T to the 11th is going to stay as my numerator. Nothing's wrong with him. He's not negative. He doesn't need to go downstairs to get positive. So my final answer is t to the 11th over r to the 6th. Let's take a look at number 28. Let's figure out who's going to go downstairs. So I put everything over 1. You have 3 to the negative 3rd. He's negative, so he's going to flip and go downstairs. So I get 3 cubed. M to the negative 4th, he's negative, so he's going to go downstairs, m to the 4th. And n to the 5th is going to stay up top. He's fine right where he is. But I am going to expand this because 3 to the 3rd we know is 27. So my final answer is really n to the 5th over 27 m to the 4th. Okay? So that's your explanation that you missed in class. Those are the examples that we have. What I want you to do is write on the left-hand side of your journal what questions you have that you didn't understand. Remember, I know I talk fast, so pause your video and go back. But this assignment will be due after we come back from rockets. So we're going to have rockets on Thursday, and then that next, I guess, Monday, I will have you again. So questions, come see me during tutoring. Good luck.